Hello, everyone. 1 second. Well, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. I didn't realize it was Cinco de Mayo till a couple hours ago. But got my margarita. I hope you have a margarita too. I did not prepare too much for this, so it's going to be interesting. So last week, my whole goal was to, well, it was kind of my last week on drawing the skull from memory. And I thought it was going pretty well. So decided to switch to drawing hands this week, skeleton hands. But I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Hello, Trevor, Musanthrope, and Renee. So this week it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be drawing the skeleton hand. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, because I did not work on this really at all during the week, I'm not going to be drawing it totally from memory. I'm going to be trying to construct it using a little model and these reference pictures, and it's going to go really badly, and I'm excited. So, hope everyone's drinking so it won't seem so bad. Yeah. Also, the margarita I made is literally the worst drink I have ever made in my life, or ever tasted in my life. It is terrible. So let's get started. If you have any questions, which I hope you do, because I like talking when I'm doing a bad job, just put all caps question and then ask the question. And I'm gonna start with this one, all the way on the left. Excited for bad hands. I almost canceled this week because I just did not do a good job studying or learning anything. I've been swamped with other stuff. But I don't know. I figured I'd just drink enough and then I wouldn't care so much. So here I am. So I'm going to start with the glass, and then I'll add the hand. Although I am so bad at hands, it's very cliche for an artist to be bad at hands, and I am that cliche artist, I guess. So that's why I'm doing this. In case anyone hasn't been around since the start, or is just tuning in, I am doing this because I am bad at it. I'm not just someone that's obsessed with drawing skeletons and bones and stuff. I mean, I enjoy it, but I promise I'm not that weird. You're using a Cintiq. Curious about your confidence making those curves. My confidence? I have zero confidence in my Cintiq curves. I'm so bad at Cintiq. There's like this phase where everything is scratchier than what's called the chicken scratch handwriting, right? So it's just like awful. But then there's another phase where if you kind of go in and get a little closer, where I'm making like single lines, then I'm much more confident. When I kind of zoom in like that. But this stage, this type of drawing is like, just never gotten the hang of it. I've seen other people do it really well. And that's always impressive because to me it's very difficult. So my confidence is very low at this stage, I guess. But if I know what I'm doing, it's not too bad. If you get drunk enough, will you take drawing requests? Yeah, probably. The issue is that this margarita is terrible, so let's see if I can actually drink it. Oh god, that's so bad. The hand is the visual part of the brain. Somewhat smarter than... Yeah, the hand is very important. So I think if I just kind of block it in this... Thanks for the support, Jennifer. Gestures into contours reminds me of life drawing. You must be an artist, which makes me a little more nervous because you probably know everything that I'm doing wrong while I do it. And I'm jealous because I've never done life drawing. Oh, that finger's behind. I've never been in a life drawing class before. All right, so now I'm just going to grab this model and... I mean, it's off. I'm playing with this when it's down here. Chug it, and make a new one. Yeah, I can't chug this thing. It is too bad. Question, do you plan to upload offline videos on this channel? Eventually, I think so, yeah. If I ever have some extra time, I might do some other types of videos. But yes, I have thought about that. Actually, let's see. Do this on another layer. See, even the process of how I should go about doing this, I don't really have any idea. I guess I'll just kind of start with... I'm just going to start with this finger. Whatever. And I would like to make some videos where I do things that I'm actually good at. That would be fun. Because currently, so far, I've only uploaded videos of things that I very much struggle with. Which is kind of why I set out doing this. But, yeah. Question, eliminate one from your diet forever. Pizza, chicken wings, sushi, or tacos? Pizza, chicken wings, sushi, or tacos? I would get rid of... Oh, it's a tie between pizza... No. It's a tie between... No, okay, it's only tacos. I would probably get rid of tacos. But God, I love tacos. Maybe... Okay, it's a tie between sushi and tacos. But that's a tough one. Question, salt or sugar rim? Frozen or on the rocks? Sugar on the rim. Well, normally, right now, I don't have any sugar on the rim. Frozen or on the rocks? Yeah, frozen is when it's all slushy-like, right? So I'm going to go with frozen. This has got to be the most boring thing to watch. So keep the questions coming. Fun exercise. Get your gesture in 60 seconds, then 30 seconds, then 15 seconds, then 10, then 5 minutes. Yeah. Actually, a timed thing. I'm going to write that down on a note card in front of me. Timed thing's a good idea. I like that. For future videos. Team Salt. Question. Should I be able to see your live stream? I can only hear you. Broken. You should be able to see my live stream. I don't know why you can only hear me. If you're coming from Instagram, then I've heard of all sorts of problems happening there. I'm wondering if Brogan is Drew or Aaron. But hello to either one of you. Both incorrect answers, Jen? Well, what's the right answer? You would get rid of pizza or chicken wings before you got rid of sushi? Oh man, this is going very badly. Also, I don't think bones are quite that big. So hopefully, or the goal here is to do really bad on this video, and a couple videos from now, I'll be much better. That's the goal. So I guess the worse I do today, the easier I have it from here on. I can't really tell what in the world's going on. So I'm just kind of making it up. This model thing that I have is not very flexible. So it's kind of hard to get it in these positions. See, I need to memorize the actual shapes of the bones so I don't have to look at a model or reference in order to draw it. I should be able to just imagine or picture the actual shape of them. Which I started learning when I was doing the skull. No chicken wings here. Oh, I love chicken wings. One food item versus a genre. I choose wings. You would get rid of wings? Sleepy, is it Milotic or melodic? I want to say melodic. Sleepy melodic. I would not get rid of wings because wings are the vehicles of hot sauce. Salt and on the rocks for sure, and eliminate chicken wings. God, what is wrong with you guys and chicken wings? Question, should the hands have more webbing? Mine have a lot more, but could just be my age. Should the hands have more webbing? Well, I'm drawing a skeleton hand, so... Oh, this is probably Kevin. I think. But no, I'm not going to draw the webbing. this is definitely a slow process and very, looks like a giant mess, but I think I can fix that for the most part. Okay, so this would be theoretically when I'm a little bit better at line work. Doesn't mean a better drawing, just better at line work. It's definitely very easy to get lost in all of this. All of these bones and kind of forget what's going on. Like this goes behind the glass. In fact, I'll go ahead and draw the glass. Who cares if the glass is good or not? Wings in Florida are horrible. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably right. Wait a minute. Shouldn't we be doing skeletons for Dia de los Muertos? Where I'm not even going to try to say that again. Yes, and I didn't want it to look like I was mixing up the two holidays. It just so happens that I'm drawing skeletons and stuff, and yeah, you are completely right. Does shawarma count as taco? Shawarma better not count as taco, because I think I eliminated taco, and I may not eliminate taco if shawarma was involved, because I love shawarma. I like that you put your palette of colors off to the side there. Do you just choose the 2 shades of black, or do you use more colors for other things? For this PSD, or for all the skeleton stuff, I'm sticking to just these 2 real simple things. But no, I mean, when I do paintings and things, I go all over the place with color. But I find it helps a lot just having that little palette right there that you can just color pick from. Oh yeah, I'm drawing. Wait, margarita, then draw. Question, did you have a model skeleton hand you studied like you did the skull? So I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I'm not drawing this one from memory. I'm drawing it from the picture right here. And then I'm trying to guess what the bones are, and then I'm using this model skeleton hand I've had for a while. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of creepy. But, so yeah, I'm using this, and it's pretty good. It's much cheaper quality than my skull, but I think it's good enough to study from, so that's what I'm using. But I'm kind of using it while I'm working, whereas when I was doing the skull, it was just out of my head. That's a pun, right? But this one I didn't study enough from, so I'm winging it. I'm not brave enough to just draw it from memory, because I can't. So that, I disagree with that. I always plan to draw like 10 of these things. Like last time, I think I set out to draw 12 different skulls and ended up drawing like 6 of them. So I'm probably not going to draw all these hands today. But I'm curious about you, Trevor, and what your experience as an artist is. You might be the person I'm thinking of. Might not be. Are you a professional artist or hobby artist? You said you did life drawing, so most hobbyist artists don't typically do life drawing, so I'm curious. And you knew I was drawing on a Cintiq, so. Graphic designer, community college design degree. Cool. Question, have you assigned a name to this model skeleton? My parents are still trying to change mine. Depending on who's asking that, I know no one else knows who you are, but I don't know how to answer that. Well, no, I haven't. I have not assigned a name to my skeleton. I don't typically name my objects I have in my room. Is that something normal people do? Now, I could just draw one side and then duplicate it, but oh wow, this could be a messed up margarita. Oh, I definitely have to draw the salt on the rim. Or the sugar, whatever you prefer. I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you want to name the skeleton hand? Here it is for reference if you need to see it again. I'll let you name that, Brogan. It's not a great lime, but here to draw hands. Calcifer for all the calcium in it. Nice. I like calcifer. Tickle is the name we're going with. I'm not doing that. What about Brogan? You want to name it after you? All right. Calcifer Tickle Brogan is the name, the full name. That's a horrible name, guys. I am not a fan of that. Calcifer Tickle Brogan. Alright, how in the hell do you draw that bone? Like it comes way up. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta do some studying. Because this makes no sense. What do I want to name the skeleton? Have you guys... I have like a full 3 foot tall skeleton. It's not real. It doesn't even look accurate, but I do have one. Oh my god, my brain hurts looking at all this. Can't tell what's going on. Because now I'm to the bones in the back, which I can't... I don't know what's going on there. There's another bone here. Something like that. See, the model only bends like that much. Like the fingers only bend that much. And I need it to wrap. I need it to do this. And I can't do that. What about margarita after my mom's favorite drink? She drinks them all the time. Well, that's a scary thought. Only because I know who you are. Actually, I don't know who you are. Oh, God, Trevor. I'm not. You think we should name the skeleton Boned? James Boned? I hate that. I hate that I like that. I'm just gonna not name him James Boned. Oh God, now I'm not even paying attention. Okay. I don't have that much left to do. See, now how in the world are you supposed to be able to tell what's going on? I guess you just kind of make it up. Oh. Brogan, are you still unable to see me? Is it just audio? I'm going to darken these ones in the back. Looks like this one comes forward, goes to the side, and then turns in. Well, kind of like that. So it comes forward, turns to the side, goes in. Question, how many shades of gray do you use to color the bone? 50? Right now I'm just using one. End of answer. Nicely done, Hazel Jane. Well, this hand doesn't look amazing, but you can tell it's a hand, right? I hope. Is that a standard brush? Looks like they've got some extra texture in there that I really like. So this one is a pencil brush, and I love it. It's just I don't know if it comes standard with Photoshop, but I think it's pretty common and easy to find if you just look up pencil brush. But yeah, I like this one a lot. And then this other one that I'm using. Oh, you can't see the sidebar, I don't think. Okay, now you should be able to see the sidebar. Although, I guess you can't really tell anyway. But, so I'm using a pencil brush, and then for the little tones I just put in. That's a painterly brush that I love. This is like my go-to brush, and I got that from a Jeremy Finsky brush set, which I really like and I use a lot. It just feels so painty. I don't know. So I like that one. Oh, I never did draw the arm. Should probably go on to another hand, but or maybe we just end after this one. Like this line work is tough to do. I think because I'm kind of zoomed out. But I also use a you know, those things. What are they called? I'm blanking. You got the Cintiq and the other thing. The big, fancy, expensive ones. Completely blanking on the name. Oh well. Cintiq? Wait, okay. Well, now I'm confused. I don't know what I said. It's hard for me to think and draw. I'm using a tablet, not a Cintiq. I think I've been saying Cintiq this whole time. Anyway, doesn't matter. Question, how do you envision the correct angles for the metacarpals? Are you well adversed on the composition of the human anatomy? You sound intelligent, Hazel Jane, but I know you aren't. Because I know you. Well, I think you got help from someone on that one. To everyone else who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. But all right, I'll answer your question. How do you envision the correct angles for the metacarpals? Well, it's very difficult to do because they're behind everything, and I probably did a terrible job because I can't really tell what in the world is going on. But that's a great question, because if you look at this photo, you have the carpals, metacarpals, and then the phalanges, or I think that's how you say it. I'm going to say phalanges. And your metacarpals are hidden behind the other fingers, so I am guessing at them, which does not look very clear in this drawing. But I'm trying to imagine them by holding this thing in my hand in a similar angle and seeing if I can come up with something that looks like the picture is doing. So a Cintiq would be the screen and pen, where a tablet would be a pen without a screen under it. Yes. So a Cintiq, although I think I've been wrong this entire time. A Cintiq is the screen where you're drawing on the screen. That's what I use at work. Here, I just use a tablet, a Wacom tablet. Don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yes, a Wacom tablet. And this one's very old, like really old. So I use a tablet here, and then I use a Cintiq at work. And I don't know which one I like better. They both have things that are good and bad. You would assume a Cintiq would be like the ultimate. And I know some people feel that way. But there are some things, and it depends on the type of work you're doing, but there's some things that are easier or faster, seemingly faster to do on a Wacom tablet than a Cintiq. So now I'm just messing around. I think I'm just going to do this one hand and just fiddle with it. I guess I could try one more. Yeah. Yes, the phalanges. Yeah, I thought that was right. Although I think I was watching a video where the guy said the phalanges or something weird like that, which I didn't think was right, but I mean, I don't know. Oops. if I make the bones a little lighter, they'll look a little more clear. Gotta hand it to you. This one looks great. Nice, Trevor. Very nice. I'm trying to come up with a pun, and I think I got one, but I just can't put my finger on it. That was funny, right? Yeah, for the folks at home, this is why you draw on off-white surfaces. Then you can paint on white to add some highlights. Yes. Toned paper. It's like magic. And just for fun, let's make the background a little darker. Yeah, Dan, that looks pretty good. I wanted to see some bad hands, and I ain't getting any. Alright, fine. I'll do some bad hands. If you think I can't do bad hands, watch me. 1 second. I will show you bad hands. Alright, I'm gonna make him green real quick. Too yellow. Okay, who cares about that? Alright, you want to see some bad hands? I'm going to try to draw one quickly. Let's go with this one because you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, we'll go with this guy. Okay. Alright, you know what? Since I forget who suggested it. Was it Trevor? I think it was Trevor. Suggested that we do timed. So I'm going to do 3-minute block in. 3-minute go. And oops. Now, I'm not trying to do a bad job. It will just so happen to end up that way. And I'm not being negative, I'm just being realistic. I can't really see the it shouldn't be a problem that I can't see it. I mean, in the future, I will hopefully be able to understand what the bones would look like anyway, so I just kind of fill in the gaps with knowledge. Unfortunately, I have no knowledge of this, so it's just gaps and guessing. Kind of like the whole timer thing. Although one thing that I always catch myself doing on a timer when I do timed drawings is I think more about measurements and less about form. So if you're an artist, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like I'll start checking things that are parallel or whatever. But I stopped thinking about form. Anyway, okay, so that's a general bad block out. Now for the bones, it's kind of angled forward. That's interesting. Do that on a separate layer. There goes the timer, which I'm just going to continue. But, I mean, I was able to get the basic shapes in there after 3 minutes. It's not bad, I don't think. I mean, yeah, 3 minutes. Whoa, I step away to shower and I come back to magic. Thanks, Renee. That's a bit over dramatic, but thank you. Hazel Jane, question. You see your friends... Hold on. Okay, you see your friend's mom at a bar. What drink would you buy her when you walk up and exchange familiarities? Well, it depends on which friend's mom. I'll leave it at that. Figure art gesture stuff is intended to build a structure you can iterate detail onto. By decreasing the amount of time you find that you mentally cut out the extraneous stuff. I agree. And why have I not been doing that before? See, when I draw from life, or I'm doing like a plein air painting or something, you are always on a time limit, and that time limit forces you to think about the fastest way to get to the result, which often leads you to be very efficient with your time. So it would make a lot more sense if I applied this to my figure stuff as well. Thank you, Trevor. So from now on, I might start paying more attention to the time it takes me to do things, and then do the time like on the live stream. That might make it more interesting anyway. Good idea. Great start. You have all the detail you need to progress. Well, we'll see about that. I'm not feeling great about this. But this, I am holding a model in front of me, so it's a little bit cheating. I guess it's not really cheating, but sometimes I'll just add like 6 digits to a finger or 2, because I'll just stop thinking. So gotta be careful about that. It's like I can only hold a little bit of info in my brain at a time, and I'll forget the fact that I'm drawing a hand, and just start drawing a thing. Because I'm not able to hold the whole hand in my head at one time. The only fallacy in my statement was that it was skill, not magic. Well, still, I think it was over dramatic, but I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Rin, is this bad enough yet? See what the... What in the world would that look like? I don't know. So many bones and they all look different. Timers are dope for warm-ups. Yeah, that actually, I think doing that in 3 minutes helped me. I'm impressed with what you can do in 3 minutes. Hazel, why are you being so nice? It's not bad at all. Thank you. You know what? Let's do this. Just for fun. I don't know how this is going to turn out, so. Let's paint it. Just erase this out. I think the bones are a lot skinnier than I've been drawing them. Because I'm looking at a hand as reference, and there's a whole lot of muscle and tendons and stuff on it. And then I'm just making the bone fit that same shape, and that's not quite right. All these carpal bones. There's a lot of them. I don't know what they all do. Why can't they just be one big bone? Like, why has it got to be so many little ones? Yeah, bones are skinnier than that. Maybe this person is a football player or something. That's what I'm going to go with. Oh man, why did I erase it out? Oh well, skinny them up a little bit. Although, are we saying football players have big bones? You don't know that. They could have small bones. Okay, this is not going quite the way I wanted it to. But that's fine. It's fine. Those would be quite the beefy fingers. All the better for pointing at you. There are so many carpal bones. Food Manchu, do you know how many carpal bones there are? Without Googling it? I think there's 8. And they all have really cool names that I don't know. But I will learn. And next week we can go over them together if you want. We can all learn anatomy together. See, I have a lot of trouble with all of this, if I haven't mentioned that yet. But I do think it's interesting. Okay, where the hell are those other 2 fingers at? They kind of curl around that way. Should be right about there. Yeah, I think I got that thumb very wrong. Or at least there's a lot of... Yeah, I got the thumb pretty wrong. Ah, well. Well, Rin wanted a bad drawing, so there you go. I delivered. But that's why I'm working on this. So this process is called landmarking. Often on skeletons, you're trying to find the points that the bones are visible through the skin. Yes. Great point. Writing it down. And I am aware of that, but I did not have it on my list of things to do. Good thinking. I like that you're using the eraser to get sharp lines while your brushes are used to create more soft lines. Yeah, that's kind of the... Well, I don't even know if I'm doing that intentionally. But that's why I love this brush so much. It's just the best. Just feels natural. I don't know why. I really like painting. I like gouache painting. Stuff like that. Watercolor. Alright. Well. Not too bad. I don't know if I like these. And I don't think I'll do the same thing next week. Probably, but I got to figure out something else to do. To me, the skull was very straightforward. It was like, draw a skull every week, and then you can see if you get better. But with the hands, to me, drawing a hand in like just a plan view and then a side view, that sounds really boring. So, though I will practice that, I don't think it'd be all that interesting on here. I kind of like doing the poses. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But it'd be fun to change it up a bit, week to week. For the folks at home, listen, you can hear the keyboard shortcuts. Each one of those is time-saved swapping tools. Well, in theory, yeah. But I think also, actually, I'm surprised you can hear my keyboard, but like if I have to switch to brush, I press B. But I've just gotten in the habit of, like I'll hit it like 5 times in a row to get back to brush. If I really need to get back to a brush. I don't know why. Yeah, see? It's like 2 or 3 times. I don't need to hit it 2 or 3 times. I think it's just because my Photoshop or computer lags a lot, or used to. And I get really impatient with it, so I just keep smashing the button. I just got into the habit of it. Yeah, this bone's too long. Oh well. Oops. Okay, well, there are my hands from today. Nice little border. I don't know. I really didn't know what in the world I was going to do today. So, yeah. Oh, wait, missed some. You should draw a rock climber gripping something. Okay, maybe next week. Good point, Trevor. His fingers are going a mile a minute, it sounds like. Or someone giving a thumbs up. Yeah, I could do like a bunch of common hand poses or something. Question, have you rebound any keystrokes? I know a lot of folks rebind their keys so they're closer to the left-hand position. Like, have I moved default options to different areas so I can reach them better? Probably, but I haven't reevaluated my keyboard shortcuts in years. I should probably do that. They're also different at work. So when I go home, I have a different set, and then when I go to work, I have a different one, which can be frustrating. I should think more about keyboard shortcuts. Thank you for bringing that up. But I think I did change up a few default settings at the beginning. Did you miss my question above? Daniel New Art says, Hazel Jane. Question, do you typically celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Any plans after this? Do I typically celebrate? I don't know. Probably not. No. Any plans after this? Probably drink a few more margaritas. Yeah. Is that the question you're talking about? Do you typically celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Keyboard shortcuts are life. Yeah, I do them so much, I don't really think about it. I remember how frustrating it was getting started on Photoshop. And that was... So, you know, when you go to make everything more efficient and productive, you have to relearn a lot of things. Like you have to redo your keyboard shortcuts and all that stuff. I just haven't done that. I haven't really thought about it even. I could be working even faster, or I could be working faster than I do now. And I just haven't done it. Good thinking. In fact, I'm going to write down keyboard shortcuts and do a little investigating into that. See if I can get a little faster. All right, well. Wait, Fu Manchu celebrated with my parents tonight. Well, hope you had fun. They're coming over here on Sunday. My friends Dawn and Debbie love going out to celebrate. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you, everyone, so much for hanging out. And I'll see you next week where I will draw more hands. Hopefully better hands. And maybe they can be doing crazier things. I don't know. See you next week, Wednesday at 9 o'clock.